for joining me for another live cooking demo. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscription button below so you can get the notifications on when we're coming on live. We have exercise classes in the mornings, we have cooking demos, we have nutrition topics, we got a lot of things on our channel here. And if you've missed anything, you can go through the library and check them out. So, thanks for joining. Let me know where you are joining from. If you have friends, let them know about our channel. We'd love to reach out to the community and reach more people. So, let's get started on today is a favorite. Everyone loves Mexican food, and so we are doing Mexican zucchini boat. So, if you love tacos, if you love Mexican food, spicy or not, you are definitely going to love this one. And if you have any questions, let me know. I will see them on the chat box. So, just wanted to make sure I can see it. Okay, let's get started. So let's talk about what we need here first. You can preheat your oven at 400, and I even just used a toaster oven because that's what we have here. But if you're at home and you want to use your oven, you do that. We need a skillet, and I have that set up here. And so we need some zucchinis. Still summertime, we have a lot of great zucchinis in the supermarket. I love our summer squash. And what else do we need? One red bell pepper. And if you like to substitute any vegetable for one or another, you go ahead and do that. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using. So I got one bell pepper, the red. I got one sweet onion. I got some shredded cheese. I'm using a cheddar. If you want to go lighter, you can go mozzarella. I have some salsa. I picked a hot, restaurant style salsa, but if you don't have salsa, maybe you have some tomato sauce you want to use, go ahead and use that. Beans go very well, black beans go very well in this recipe. Maybe you have an organic black bean in your pantry. That's a great staple to always have in the pantry, because when you don't know what to cook, take out black beans and you can create such a great, healthy, high fiber meal with that. So we have some cilantro that we're gonna top at the end on top. If you got an avocado sitting around or guacamole, please use that. You can add that at the end. For spices, we have just our salt and pepper and a packet of taco seasoning. If you have one at home, you can do that. If you need to make your own taco seasoning, you can do that with some cumin, coriander, some hot pepper, and what else? Oregano, chili pepper, paprika, so the basic. So let's get started. For our protein in this low carb Mexican boat, we are doing some organic ground beef, 97% fat, 97% lean. You can substitute a leaner meat. Maybe you're doing chicken, ground turkey, or chicken or turkey. So you can do that. Sometimes I mix beef with turkey. My kids say turkey has not enough flavor, so I throw in a little beef for them, mix it up, and they're happy. So you can go with the lighter meats, the white meats, or you can have some organic, lean beef. So let's get started. So the first thing, I've already done a lot of the prepping ahead, so you didn't have to watch me chop. So you want to chop your red bell pepper, and then you want to chop up your green onion. So I have that in here. So we're gonna first saute that and heat up our skillet here, and I'm just gonna put a drop of olive oil in there to wet that pan, just a drop so it doesn't stick. We can really overdo it sometimes with our olive oil. We're just like pouring it and add up too many calories. So just watch how much olive oil you're using. I like to just spread it around in my pan, and I'll take it like that so it coats it all over. If you have a cast iron skillet, you can use that and put some olive oil in there. So now we are going to cook up our vegetables. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So we got that in our skillet. So you can do a whole bell pepper, you can do a whole sweet onion, and cook that up. It does, cook it for, let's see, it probably takes about 6 minutes. And so, let's see what we got. Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes. So while that's cooking, we are going to get our zucchinis ready. Okay, so this recipe is 4 zucchinis. I'm doing half of the recipe just for the sake of time. But I'm gonna post the recipe later for you in the comment section, so you'll have that. So you're gonna chop both ends off of your zucchini. And try, if you're gonna do, you know, multiple zucchinis, try to buy similar sizes so they cook evenly and at the same rate in the oven. So we'll chop this, both sides, chop that off. Okay, so then we're gonna cut through the middle. So this is gonna be our boat. So we're gonna create the filling for the boat. So, our zucchini there. So now we need to take out the middle, and it's easiest just to use like a teaspoon to scrape out the middle. And what I like to do is I like to just cut a little bit, leave about 1/4 inch on all sides and a little bit on the bottom so they don't fall apart on us. So I just like to cut it a little bit. Can you guys see that? Okay. So now I'm gonna scrape out the insides. Okay, so we're gonna scrape that out, and we're gonna keep the insides of this zucchini. We're not tossing it, no way. So we're gonna scrape that out. It comes out pretty easy. Leave some on the bottom so your boats don't fall apart. Okay, so we got those chunks out. That is going to go in our vegetables right now. So I'm going to chop that and add it after these cook. So your onion and your bell peppers need to get soft. The inside of our zucchini is fairly soft. Doesn't need too much cooking. So you scoop that out. You can see that. So these are our boats. Okay. So what we need to do with our zucchinis first is we need to cook them a little bit because a little bit hard. So you can put them in the oven preheated 400 on a sheet pan, and you can put them face down like that. You can drizzle a little olive oil if you want. If you want it quick, you can put them in the microwave for a couple minutes. And that's what I did. I just put them in the microwave, but if you have your oven going, you can use that. So I'm going to scoop out this one. And you can see how easy that is. So there we go. And you can make a lot of these. What I do encourage people to do is when you're cooking and planning out your week, do make extra because we don't have time to cook every day. So you can pull this out for dinner the next day. You can have it for lunch. So the less decisions we have to make about what we're eating during the day, the less stress we have, the better decision we're gonna make. And we just pull out leftovers. Because if we have to think every 4 hours what we're eating, you know, it's a lot of work. And it's hard to make the best decisions like that, okay? So you're gonna put them face down. You can drizzle a little olive oil on them and stick them in the oven at 400. And so you can cook them, let's see how long they cook. Just for 10 minutes. So you would drizzle a little like that. Okay, and then just brush it. And then you can put, let's pretend this is the sheet pan. This goes in the oven for 10 minutes. So we pull them out, nice and soft now a little bit. And that's when you fill up these boats with the insides. So this is what we're creating here. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some garlic. I did have a garlic somewhere here. Maybe it already got tossed in here. So you can add 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. You can add garlic powder, whatever easier. I'm gonna add just a pinch of salt and then some pepper to these veggies. Okay. Now we're gonna cook our meat. So then you're gonna get your meat. I'm going to add our zucchini here. Let's see here. Okay. So your insides of your zucchini, you just chop it in small pieces. People outside watching. We got audience here. That's fun. Oh, I found my garlic, so we're gonna throw that in there. Okay. Give me 1 second. So we're just gonna chop up our garlic, 1 or 2 cloves. Just depends how much garlic you like in your food. And you can buy it already peeled. You can buy it already in a tube. Whatever's easiest for you. And if you don't like the smell of garlic on your hands, just keep it easy and buy it already ready to go. Okay, just give it a mix. How's everyone doing? This is such an easy recipe and kids love it because kids love Mexican food. Okay, so now I'm gonna throw in the meat here. My meat's been sitting on ice, so it's not too warm. I don't want that out of the refrigerator. So I got my organic ground beef here, 97%. So we're gonna cook this in the skillet. Okay, so then you let that cook through. And if you're a vegetarian or vegan, instead of our beef, you can just use your black beans. You could do mushrooms as well. I didn't have any mushrooms, but there's so many things that you can add into here if you have more vegetables at home. So definitely, because all you're gonna do is fill up your boats with whatever you want to eat in here. It's Mexican because we are going to add some spices and salsa that are Mexican flavor, but definitely add whatever vegetables you like. Okay, so this cooks. This does take about 6 to 7 minutes here. So you have your pound of meat that's gonna cook. I don't have the best skillet here, so the heat is not as high, little stove here, but it's gonna be better for you at home. Okay, so let's let that cook and talk about more of our ingredients here. So your summer squash, so the green zucchini, okay, there's so much nutrition in these. So let's talk about these zucchini boats. So this is a great way to increase the vegetables in our diet. Most of us walk around not eating the recommended amounts of vegetables or fruits even that we need. So in our zucchini, they're very high in vitamin C and vitamin A. So we are experts now on vitamin C. We need a lot of that to help boost our immune system, right? The vitamin A is great for skin and eyes, your vision. Lots of benefits. Also, zucchinis are rich in antioxidants. So antioxidants are plant compounds that help fight free radicals. So they are fighting against diseases, heart disease, inflammation, helping our skin rebuild. So a lot of things are going on. So these are very nutritious, especially the skin. So we don't want to peel them even if we're making a different recipe. Keep your skin on your zucchini. Okay, so lots of fiber. So what does that do? We always hear about fiber. So fiber, gosh, okay, for one, helps bowels really things move along, right? If we need help in that department. Helps with irritable bowel syndrome, helps improve our blood sugar levels. Maybe you're diabetic, need more fiber in your diet. Maybe you have high cholesterol, so fiber helps reduce our bad cholesterol and total cholesterol and increase good cholesterol. So lots of benefits. Those are just to name a few. So definitely keep your skin on your veggies, your zucchini. More fiber in our meal helps really control our blood sugars, especially if we're diabetic. It's a great way to reduce the carbohydrates in your meal and increase the fiber. So there are no tortillas like a typical taco here. We're really keeping it low carb and high fiber. So if you make extra or you make a big batch and you have leftovers of the mixture, you can create lots of meals during the week with it, right? So if you've got zucchini boats here, you go through those in a couple days, but you have some leftovers of the insides, you can create another, maybe you're doing a taco bowl, maybe you're gonna make some quinoa and throw it over maybe a salad, taco salad, Mexican salad. Maybe you're gonna have a taco night. Maybe your kids you want a burrito and wrap it up in a whole grain tortilla or a flatbread, what have you. So you can do that. So lots of things that you can do with the leftovers here once your zucchini boats are done. Because this does make a lot, this pound of meat and all the vegetables. So if you were to add in your beans, I'm not gonna open them today, but just get, organic canned beans, rinse them off, open the top, throw them in here to warm up with your meat. So adding a lot more fiber there, especially if you're a vegan, you're gonna be using the beans, you won't be using this meat here. Okay, so you can see this is almost cooked. So I'm just going to mix it all together, make sure your meat is cooked all the way through. Okay, it's getting warm in here for sure. Okay. So the zucchinis cook in the oven down on a sheet pan for about 10 minutes just to get soft. But I'm going to pretend like these were cooked and we're gonna fill them in. So you would do that with all your zucchinis. You would take out all your centers, leave a 1/4 inch to create that boat, okay? Okay, any questions so far? Let me know. This is a quick meal here. And not too much cleanup, right? Less cleanup, the better. Okay, so when your meat is cooked all the way through, this is when we're gonna throw in our spices, 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and a 1/4 cup of salsa. If you don't have salsa, add in some tomatoes, either a can of tomatoes or some tomato paste or a little bit of liquid. You do wanna drain the liquid off the meat here, that's the fat. I don't have, let me see if I can, yeah, I'll just put it in a little bowl here. So there's the fat that came off the meat, and we'll just drain that before we add in the rest. So we'll just pour that off. Okay. Now if you were a vegan, you'll just use your cheese, your plant-based cheese that you like. Like I said, I'm using a sharp cheddar, but if you want to go lighter, use your mozzarella. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this off. This is cooked all the way through. Got some of my spice here, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. I just eyeball it because I know. And our salsa, 1/4 cup. So got my little 1/4 cup here. Okay. There we go. And like I said, use whatever tomato you have at home if you don't have your salsa. Okay, we got our salsa, now our cheese. 3/4 cup cheese, and maybe you want a little bit to drizzle on when they're cooked. So you can let it melt now and keep a little bit for later. Then you just mix this and you are set. So this is the inside of our zucchini boat. Let me just make sure my zucchini's chopped finely. Big chunks in here that I don't want. Okay. There we go. So there's tons of flavor in here. A lot of yumminess. Lots of fiber, right? And then we got a high protein meal and lots of leftovers. So that protein is really important. And why is that important? Sometimes it's easy to create a meal and there's no protein there, and then we're hungry probably an hour after. So having a source of protein at every meal will help keep you full, and it does help stabilize the blood sugar. And we want to be full for 4 hours so we can be productive and get on with our day. So keep that protein, get that protein in every meal. And you can substitute turkey, a lean turkey meat, or a lean ground chicken here. Today I just used organic lean beef. So let me show you this mixture up close here. Okay, so this is our mixture. Doesn't it look great? It's very tasty. So you just want to make sure the meat was cooked all the way through. So now the cheese is all melted. And now we're going to stuff our boat. So you get your spoon. So you just fill them in. And then they cook just for a short time in the oven. So let's see how long they need to cook in the oven. About 10 minutes. And then dinner's served, okay? Look at that. So we'll stuff this one. So other things that you could add in here, the beans for one that I didn't add today. You could also add cauliflower rice when you're cooking the veggies. Just throw in some of the cauliflower rice, and if you see a lot of water in your pan, just remove the water. That's another vegetable. And then mushrooms are good to add in here. Okay, so you would do that with all your zucchinis here. Fill it up with our meat. Let me show you what that looks like. You guys see that? So these are gonna go on the sheet pan into the oven. Okay, so this is our sheet pan, let's just pretend. And these were all our zucchinis filled up. So these go in the oven. So that oven was preheated at 400. So now I'm gonna pull out the ready-to-eat ones, and then we'll top it with our avocado. We're gonna serve it with avocado. And I got cilantro. If you want more tomatoes, you can chop up tomatoes. If you have green onions, you can doctor them up, okay? So, let me get them out of my oven here. I just used my toaster oven today, and that's what they look like. Okay. Doesn't that look amazing? You guys see that? Okay. If you like Greek yogurt, you can top it with Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. Get a little bit more protein and creaminess if you like that, or just eat it like this. So let's top it. Like I said, we're gonna top it with some cilantro. Okay, I just tore off some cilantro. I love a lot of cilantro on my food. So just put what you like. And if you have green onions, if you like that, I don't have any of that. You can chop up tomatoes and add some fresh tomatoes. You can add more salsa. You can add some cheese, like that. However you want to eat this. okay? And then you can slice your avocado. This one is not ready to be sliced, unfortunately. We're gonna let it sit a little bit longer, okay? And then we're gonna chop a little tomato here. And this tomato is a bit hard too. But, okay, so just chopped a few pieces of tomato, and so you can top more on there, and ready to eat, okay? Look at that. And then we'll get our plate and serve it up. They are amazing when they come out of that warm oven. Just really delicious. And so, if you have any leftovers again, you know, you can create other meals, maybe a salad one day with a quinoa, what have you, a bowl, a taco. So, let me show you up close what we got here. Let's see, can you see that? Okay. Very delicious. So let's taste it. And I'll tell you how it is. It's probably really spicy because I got that hot salsa there. Okay, so it's even a finger food. You can lift up your boat. The zucchini, the boat part was cooked perfectly. You don't want it too hard, you don't want it too soft. And a lot of flavor, rich in flavor, and rich in like satisfaction. There's a lot of cheese in there and not too much, a lot of flavor from our spices, and a lot of great vegetables, right? So, any questions? I'm looking here in the live chat. You guys have any questions? Thank you. You said that was yummy. Thank you guys for commenting. Yes, absolutely. You don't need a lot of ingredients to make this. And if you have most of the ingredients at home right now, go ahead and make it. Substitute different things that you have. Maybe you don't have all the vegetables or the salsa, but you can definitely create this and make it your own. So, I'm gonna remove that. So again, these are the Mexican zucchini boats, really easy, family friendly. I guarantee your kids will love this. And a great way to add more vegetables in our diet, and vitamins and minerals and fiber, and have some protein, and it's gonna really be satisfying. One way I did make it before too, if you need a little bit more substance, maybe you got an athlete in the house, adding potatoes is a great addition to this. You can also serve it with some brown rice or quinoa. A lot of ways to create an amazing side dishes with it. So, do you guys have any questions? I don't see anything here in my live chat. But again, what do we need? This recipe has 4 zucchinis, 1 bell pepper red that I used. I used 1 sweet onion and some cheese. You can use black beans. You can use the salsa. We need a little cilantro. So there's not too many ingredients, less than 10. I love those recipes that are less than 10, right? So the recipe will be posted later today in the comments. Make sure you save that YouTube so you don't lose that one, and you can have it in your file. If you guys have any questions, you think of them later, put them in the comment and I will see them and I'll answer that for you. So again, thank you for joining me out here in Hogue Health Center in Foothill Ranch. My name is Mona Cabrera and I'm the registered dietitian of our lifestyle program here. And I appreciate you guys coming on every Wednesday to watch this live cooking demo. You guys enjoy your week, and I hope you find some time to make this delicious recipe. Thanks, guys.